Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Manaka and this is my channel, Artsy Interiors. I almost said my other one. Okay, so I wanted to share a presentation I did with you for work. It wasn't specifically for work, it was just a fun type of vibe, but I found the information I got interesting and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. I did write a blog a few years ago. So I'll share the link to my blog. I'm gonna rewrite a blog because so much more you can learn. And then I'll try write. I haven't written a blog since last year, so probably even the year before. But here we go. So it's gonna be, give this some space. I'm gonna put it here or on the full screen. We'll see how it works out. Okay, so presentation is called Color Me Happy. As humans, we have this thing of consistently trying to tell ourselves that the things in our lives aren't linked, that we can live singularly from each other and the things around us without being affected. That's not the case, however, because everything is connected. Today my presentation is about how color affects the brain and how our actions, as well as how best to use the colors in interior decorating. How color affects the brain. Our mind perceives various wavelength combinations of light as color. Color at the same time is a form of energy because it is created by light. This energy guides the body's functions and has an impact on the mind and emotions. For this reason, it is not possible to consider colors as separate from light. Therefore, color and light must be considered in conjunction with each other, where psychological, physiological, visual, and aesthetic aspects are concerned. Sophisticated techniques such as EEG, which is electrophysiological monitoring method to record electrical activity of the brain. It is typically non-invasive with the electrodes placed along the scalp, although invasive electrodes are sometimes used, and functional MRI, which measures brain activity by detecting changes associated with blood flow. This technique relies on the fact that cerebral blood flow and neuronal activation are coupled. When an area of the brain is in use, blood flows to that region also increases. So EEG and functional MRI are being used in the current analysis conducted. Thanks to studies conducted with the use of advanced technology like the ones I stated, we now know the color affects brainwaves, the autonomic nervous system, and hormonal activity, and stimulates various emotions. In other words, we react both physiological and psychological to color. Here are some studies. Colors affect the bodily functions, mind, and emotions with the energy produced by light. Studies conducted have demonstrated the benefits of the colors, where the development of brain creativity, productivity, and learning are concerned. European doctor Panzer conducted various experiments in 1875 by using colored glass, walls, and furniture in various rooms. The colors Panzer used were red and blue. A man refusing to eat for days started desiring food. An aggressive patient put in a blue room calmed down in a period of 1 hour. Red and blue seem to be colors that we use a lot concerning psychology. If you think of the red or blue pill reference from 1999 film The Matrix, the terms red pill and blue pill refer to the choice between the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill, or remaining contained in ignorance with a blue pill. In 1942, Goldstein examined the effect of color on organisms, conducted studies on patients, and observed the colors that had positive and negative effects. One of the most important studies is related to the Parkinson patients. While the color red caused deterioration in the pathological problems observed in Parkinson patients, green led to improvement. Brain damaged patients also reacted negatively to the red. In 1975, Red was discovered to have a more stimulating effect on visual activity and autonomic nervous system functions in comparison to blue. In 1974, K.W. Jacobs and F.E. Hasmeyer demonstrated red to be more stimulating than green and green more stimulating than blue and yellow. According to this study, colors in long wavelength are more stimulating than those in short wavelength. According to these studies, a person left in a red room is continuously stimulated. However, the effect is not a permanent one. The reactions of a person's body return to normal after a period of time after he leaves the red room. Being subject to excessive stimuli can cause changes in breathing pattern, pulse, blood pressure, and muscle tension. On the other hand, too little stimuli can lead to anxiousness, sleeplessness, excessive emotional reaction, loss of concentration, and nervousness. For example, a completely white environment leads to lack of stimulus, and this, contrary to expectation, does not cause a balanced or neutral effect. In 1976, Rickard Killer demonstrated that colors affect not only the outer layer of the brain, but the entire central nervous system as well. In studies, colors have been shown to change alpha brainwaves. According to EEG and pulse measuring systems, men and women react differently to colors. When color is transmitted from the eye to the brain releases hormone affecting the emotions, mind clarity, and energy levels. The negative and positive psychological effects of colors can be observed in human beings based on the combination in which they are used. In a study conducted on men and women by Killer in 1981, color was shown to have a great effect on EEG and heart rate, as well as the emotional perception objects. Now we're going to talk about how to use color in your interiors. I actually wrote a blog about this a few years back, as it was one of the most interesting things I learned back when I was still studying interior design. The psychology of colors within spaces triggers the same types of emotions. Am I still doing nothing? Same types of emotions and actions in general, which is why it's good to know what I've just stated. With spaces, the differences is to do with function of room, what you'd like to achieve in the room. You need to also understand the emotions that come with each season and how far each room is from where the sun rises and sets. Now, I understand most of us don't have the luxury of building our own homes from scratch. However, these points are things we can look into when looking for a forever home. Warm colors would be your yellows, reds, and oranges. They can affect the brain in multiple ways and make a room feel warmer. Yellow produces a warming effect, arouses cheerfulness, stimulates mental activity, and generates muscle energy. This is a color that can be used in a study or and to stimulate mental activity, as well as during autumn or winter to stimulate warmth in south-facing rooms that tend to feel colder. Red enhances human metabolism, a big reason why big takeout restaurants use it on their logos. It increases respiration rate and raises blood pressure. Red is such a beautiful color, however, I don't suggest it for your kitchen, especially if you're prone to eat a lot or emotional eating. It can be used in an area which is less used, like a corridor or a stairwell. Anywhere else may cause anxiety. You can also use it as an accent color with the things that you can change as the seasons change, like your curtains, rugs, or scatter cushions. Orange increases oxygen supply to the brain, produces an invigorating effect, and stimulates mental activity. Another beautiful color for your study or library. I'm obsessed with orange scatter cushions, especially patterned ones. However, it may be because we're in autumn now. Cool colors would be your blues and greens. They can affect the brain in multiple ways and make a room feel cooler. These colors can be used in your north-facing rooms in summer or spring. Green suggests stability and endurance, and it is also related to health, which motivates healthy eating. I believe healthy eating I believe this would be a great color for your kitchen as it motivates healthy eating as well as your gym area for endurance. Blue, strongly associated with tranquility and calmness. This is my favorite color, if just FYI. Dark egg blue to be exact, or Tiffany blue if you're trying to be fancy. This color can be used in any space you'd like to feel calm. Your bedroom, your bathroom, and your lounge sound like the best places to use the color blue. Non-colors, a completely black or white space does not stimulate the brain activity as I stated previously, and this doesn't cause a neutral effect as expected. These are great colors for people who don't particularly like colors. However, in my opinion, it can be a bit much if it isn't accompanied with color accents here and there, as shown in my pictures. Black is associated with power, elegance, and formality and can be used in any room. White means safety, purity, and cleanliness. White can represent a successful beginning, which can also be used in any room. Okay, so now we're going to play a little game, and since this is not an interaction, I will just state my side and then you can comment below what your side is. Okay, so what I've come to find is your favorite color can represent something being abundant or lacking when it comes to your chakras. There are 7 main chakras. For those who don't know, chakras are energy centers that represent certain parts of your body and body parts, as well as personal preferences and values. Aligning chakras can actually be used to heal sicknesses and issues within the body. We have red or black for the root chakra, orange for the sacral chakra, yellow for the solar plexus, green for the heart, blue for the throat chakra, indigo for the third eye, and violet for the crown chakra. What's your favorite color? I'll start, obviously. As I did state, mine is robin egg blue, also known as Tiffany blue. However, all blues look beautiful to me, like this one right here. So since I like blue, it indicates that I don't know if you can see the blue, anyway. It indicates that I am all about self-expression. However, since I am quite an introvert, it is something I am working on and still. So I lack self-expression, yet find myself really trying to speak and be heard in my own way. I started working on my throat chakra by working on my communication, how I speak to people, and what I'd like people to understand about me, as well as learning to listen and not just hearing what people are saying. Like YouTube, for example, I started YouTube to really work on my confidence and letting people in and know me, get to know me, basically. Spiritually, I meditate using frequencies found on YouTube specifically for the throat chakra and surround myself with as much of the color as I can. By the way, meditating doesn't have to be crossing your legs and sitting in one position quietly for a specific amount of time. Meditating is simply quietening your mind and allowing yourself to let go of everyday stress, just simply being in the moment, whether it be by dancing, singing, listening to music, going out to nature, praying, or anything you love doing. It's a moment to regroup yourself, a moment of self-love. You can actually wear the color that represents what you'd like more, or meditate imagining the color, even adding it to your home or work desk with fun, quirky items and pictures. You can also add it to little places that you are at for most of the day. I don't actually have to say that part. I wear a lot of green jackets, which connect me with my heart chakra, as I love love and giving love. Some people say I'm mean, but I'm a lover, not a fighter. Be kind to your mind. Thanks for watching.